Hi, Glen here. Today I'd like to show you the Traynor DynaBass 300T. This is a very powerful bass amplifier, and it's in a really compact package. So let's take a look around the controls. Okay, the Traynor DynaBass 300T is a 350 watt bass amplifier, and it has two 8-inch speakers and a tweeter. Now, for those of you who aren't comfortable with playing 8-inch speakers, they do make a version with one 12-inch speaker. It's called the DynaBass 300. This is the 300T. But what I have here, and let me pan down with the camera to show you, I have a 112 cabinet. It has a 12-inch speaker and a horn driver in it. This is really the best of both worlds because you get the clarity of the smaller 8-inch speakers, and then you get the punch and the deeper bass of the 12-inch. Now, as we look at the controls here, you've got two inputs. One is a passive and one is an active. Now, if you've got a bass guitar that has very hot pickups, you would plug into the active. It'll give you a -6 dB cut. But there is a clip light on here that'll show you. So once you start playing, you see it clipping, plug into the active circuit. That'll cut your dB by 6 dB. And then we have a gain, bass, low mid, high mid, treble, scoop, and a master volume. Now I had the master volume set at about 5 and the gain at about 5. And it was very, very loud, way loud enough for a club. Now, one nice feature here is the scoop knob. The scoop modifies the tone and the bass, reducing the gain throughout the mid frequencies. Now, there's a 400 Hertz cut, mid cut, so you can tailor your sound whether you want more lows or more of the high end. Now, we've also got a limiter in or out. Also on the line out, you've got a post EQ and a pre EQ. Now, with post EQ, the direct out is getting all of your EQ settings here, and that'll go out to the direct out into the mixer. If you just want to get your straight bass guitar sound with no EQ, with this out, it's pre EQ, so your bass sound goes from the gain here right to the direct out, and it bypasses the tone controls. So your sound engineer will be getting just the tone from your bass. You've got a tuner connection here where you can connect a tuner. You can leave the tuner in connected all the time with no loss of quality to your sound, and you can check it. You can check it from the stage if you like. And when you mute the amplifier here, you'll still be able to see your tuner. So if you want to do a quick tune between songs or something, you don't want the audience to hear your bass, press the mute button. And then of course we've got a phone jack. Now let's take a look at the rear settings. Okay, on the back of the amplifier, you can see this is a tilt back design. This is a great feature here. This is a monitor in and monitor gain. Now, what you can do with this is you can have your sound engineer send you a feed from the board right into here. You've got a level control, and you can mix out of the front of your amp. You can mix the sound from your bass guitar and the sound from the mixer. You can mix the two together. Now, when you have something connected here, it does not go through the line out. It only comes out the front of the speakers. So that's just for your benefit. I think that's a really good feature. And you have balanced connections here for an effects loop. You've got a speak-on connection for the extension cabinet, and I am using just a standard speaker cable. And here's the two speaker outs here. So you've got the speakers for your amp, for the top part of the amplifier, and then your extension cabinet would go here, and then you've got the line out. One thing I'm going to mention here, there's a switch, and this is really cool. This is a switch right here. This is a tweeter defeat. If you want more of a warmer vintage type sound, you would set that to defeat that tweeter in the front end, and you'll get a much warmer tone. Or if it's clarity that you're after, well then of course you would have the tweeter active. So that's a great feature. Okay, let's listen to some of the tones on the amp. Now, right now I'm connected to the active input because this guitar has some really hot Bartolini pickups in it, and I don't want to overload the signal. Now I have the gain at about 10 o'clock and the master at about 10 o'clock, and I've got all my tone controls straight up except for the treble, which is about 9 o'clock. I'm getting a really nice beefy sound. Now, the scoop control, I told you about that earlier. I'm going to add some more low-end definition. Let's add some high-end definition. Well, I hope you enjoyed my demo of the DynaBass 300T. Thanks for watching. See you soon.